guys. Hey, today I finished up one of my watercolor pads, and I always save the covers, and I'll show you that they really take acrylic paint really well. I didn't know if you knew this or not, so I was going to share it with you that this has a nice matte finish. It's probably some sort of coated paper, and it's beautiful, and this comes with this nice cardboard and back, and you could actually use it to re-put your watercolor pages in if you're doing an art journaling in here. You could put them back in and bind them up again here with some glue. That would work, but first you got to make it like pretty. So I didn't know if you knew how to do this. Usually I remove this from this backing, and you can also paint the backing too. I would recommend gessoing it first. I happen to have some extra paint and I was impatient and I just threw it on there to see what would happen with it. I think it would be better if it had gesso on it. So I'm not going to do this yet because I don't have my gesso on it. So I'm going to just go ahead. This doesn't require any gessoing on top. You can just go ahead and paint this up, and I'm just going to use I love using up my extra paint, not letting it dry up on the palette and go to waste. So this just provides me another background. Excuse me. Just another background to have available as a resource, to do some artwork. So I'm just going to kind of spread. You can see the yellow doesn't cover very well. So I might have to use a little white to get it to cover. And just kind of going to dance around the page here. Just put it over anything that's the opacest part. I'm going to put over the parts that are, printed with words and stuff. Some of them might be interesting to you. Maybe the XL is fun. You could leave that as part of your artwork. Bent corners, those are free. Use as many bent corners as you want. I don't know, maybe I'll just use up the rest of this yellow just the way it is. And then kind of grab some colors, some blue-green. I like to use my Robert Burridge color wheel. So this is a spice color that I was working with. It's phthalo green. Basically, it's kind of actually a school grade phthalo green from Dick Blick, from their Dick Blick school grade line, and bought them a long time ago. Still good, still working great. It's great to mix in with some other heavy-bodied paints. And it'll thin them up. They still have tons of them left. Probably never run out. I don't know why. They seem to never run out. I'm just gonna wipe off the brush. I'm not gonna rinse it. I don't know, it might make the red and this is, I like these paints. These are called Handmade Modern. This is the orchid color. I got these at Target. They're pretty heavy bodied. I kind of like it. So they have basic colors and they have cute colors too. So when you're out grocery shopping, you can pick those up and look at that. I'm making some kind of purpley stuff. I don't want to get too much mud here, so I'm going to be careful with the green, but I do like this kind of purpley color. And you can let the blue show through if you want. And you can remove this from the backing if you want. This one, I'm just going to experiment with making this a full-on book from all of the 9 by 12 pages that I took out of it. So I'm gonna just give that a shot. I'll probably do that on camera maybe. Or I'll have to make one first, see if it works out. And then, let's see, I don't like this big green area, so let's see what this does. That's kind of fun. I like all the streaky colors in there. Okay, I'm just gonna wipe that pink out. I don't kind of mind that mud. It's kind of a nice neutral. And then I'm just gonna add some of this blue in there. It's almost the same color as the backing, this, or the cover of this watercolor paper. So it's almost not even necessary to put it down, but it does provide a nice surface to then paint over the top of. You won't have any mixed, if you do paint the entirety of the cover, then you'll have consistency with whatever medium you put over the top of it, whether you're doing pen and ink, and you know, it's possible that the cover stock might have the pen might be very slippery on it, or bleed on it, and this way, whatever it's going to do on the acrylic paint, it's going to do all over. So you're going to have some sort of consistency with that. And that yellow didn't cover there, so I'm just going to put some over in that corner. And I don't know, I love this blue color, so maybe I'll do a second hoop-de-doo there. Let's see, with some blue. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm cool with that. All right, and there you go. There's a cover for something or a piece of art. It's a start, it's a background. It's a background for a journal page or whatever you see fit. And I think I still have enough paint left over to do another one. So thanks for watching. Talk to you later.